Oh, well, hello there, guys. Hello there, subscribers. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Since I put up videos like every day. If I don't put up a video every day, then I'm either like far away, which is extremely rare, or in a hospital, God forbid. But speaking of which, actually, pericarditis has been subsided for a couple of weeks. Except for yesterday and the day before, that came back pretty bad. But I'm feeling all right. Today is the Sunday. Actually, there it is. It's right here. Sunday, May 30th. Yes, in the morning, 11 a.m. And I was just doing some work on the painting here and worked on it. And I hadn't worked on it in over a week, actually. And normally I sit in my chair over here, but Gloria has commandeered it. She really has a thing for this chair, right, Gloria? Meow. Gloria. Anyway. So, yeah, I did a little bit of work on this here, and I've got the hubcap on there. Yeah, man, I took my father's vintage Bosch drill and drilled a hole in her, and she's on there, not really tight, but tight enough, you can see. And, yeah, it's looking not perfect. It's a little off-kilter, but it's good enough for me, considering I've never done this before. I've never drilled a hole through a painting, a canvas. And just to show you where it is with the back of this canvas, which was not cheap. If you've seen the other videos, it cost me over $100 because it's so bloody massive. There's the hole I drilled with the screw. Thanks again to my good friend Ed, great friend, who actually made a little wooden bracket in the back of that cap with a screw. I actually didn't even need the nut that he gave me, which is right here, because the screw didn't go through all the way, so you can actually still turn it. But now it's turning dans vide, as we say, like just turning, not really. That's the most I can actually turn it with it out going further. Anyway, also, as you can see, I've added, I'm trying not to get my shadow in here. You know, my place is not the most lit. That's why oftentimes it's discouraging to even work on this, because it's just dark in here. You know, I got a light here. But I turned it off because I don't know, I found the lighting was uneven. Let's put it on here anyway. See what I mean? Hope you didn't hear that. And yeah, it's got some buildings there I put back there. I found a picture of this awesome New York. I bought some books about New York over the years, you know, photo books. Being a big fan of New York street scenes and architecture and all that. And I found this picture here. Let's see if I can get a better light of it. There we go. I didn't even bother cutting it out. I just tore it out practically. And yeah, there you go. That's my background. I don't know, whatever, Lower West Side, East Side, I don't know, somewhere in Manhattan. So as you can see, this is where it's going. Not 100% accurate, but good enough. Originally, I wanted to do a blue sky here, but then I realized that would be a conflict of interest because the cap is not exactly outside reflecting blue sky, so I figured whatever, I'll just put the buildings, it'll be more accurate. A couple other things. I found this picture. The same book has this picture here, but this one is actually from a different book. This one I'll sell it, but the other one I'm keeping it. The other one's bigger. And if I show you here, right there, you got your Impala, your Checker, and there's an LTD like the one I'm doing. So I was using that a little bit as a guide. I want to try to make this as accurate as possible. And one of the things I noticed is that I had sort of painted like a chrome trim over here, like, you know, on a lot of cars of that time. But then I look at the picture and I look at another picture I'm using and I'm like, well, I don't see it there. It's not really visible, or it doesn't overlap too much. And then I have the other picture that I've shown you before. There it is. And you don't see it on there. So yeah. Anyway, little adjustments obviously there I made also before the opening, the line for the door, and the door handle was a little crooked. The roof, I think I'm going to have to make it even a little. I was sitting over here before on my couch, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to actually have to make that opening for that side window, maybe make the roof a little higher, because I mean it's very hard to do something this life size, and I'm only doing part of it, you know. So because I'm visually impaired, I draw and I paint so close. I have to keep going back to look and say, oh yeah, that looks right, you know. And I could leave it the way it is, but I don't know if I will. When it comes to what I do with this stuff, I'm kind of a perfectionist, you know. Oh, and in case I didn't mention it, that cap, by the way, is about 50 years old, about 1970, and I thought it was perfect to put it on, a model like this, being a 73 to 78 Ford LTD, and I say LTD, but I mean this might as well be a custom because there was a custom base series, for many years since like the 50s, the base model, stripper, no frills, business, cop car, taxi, etc., etc. And I thought, whatever, we'll put this like on this one. It'll be like like a used hubcap on a whatever 75 to 78 LTD, something like that. So it's going well. I'm going to put some more work on there with those buildings now. The rim still has some minor adjustments I have to make on it. That's not easy to make that, but the tire still needs a bunch of work to it. You can see my, I'm not going to say lines, but some of the circles there are uneven. That's going to need more work. Also, I want to paint the treads on there, put some treads on there. I found this picture from a 2-page ad from probably about 70 from Goodyear, and you can see it right here. I put it on my fridge as an inspiration or sort of a guide. So I'd like to do some details with the treads like that, like brown, just like this here, just like the brown here. So again, that's very challenging to do, just like the rim, because it's all circular. It's not like when you're doing the body of a car, everything's straight and all that. It's like if you're doing a body work job on a car, any type of a fender or trunk or whatever, anywhere where there's curves, that's going to be really difficult to replicate. It's like I always said too. Like I learned years ago, any old cars that have broken glass on the side, usually if it's like 50 early 60s or earlier, the glasses on the side is usually flat, so you can replace that. It's just flat glass, they have to cut it, but curved glass is a whole different story. So anyway, it's going real well. I'm going to do some work on that now, and then later on, I'm going to see if I can hop on the roll fast since I'm not feeling terrible today and go for a nice ride. Since, once again, Ed, my friend, good friend, thanks again, buddy, fixed up that bike bench. Ride's amazing. So it's begging me to ride it, even though the clouds have come back. Regardless, whatever. So thanks for watching. Take care, and hope you enjoy that, and hope this inspires you to perhaps create something of your own. Okay, and take care. Adios. Bye-bye.